Hey parents, um, it's Morgan, and I am just wanting to talk to you for a minute to try to give you some encouragement as your kids are now officially out of school and hanging out at home with you. I don't know if you are like me, but well, you are because you're human, and it can be very easy to just lose our patience or not really know what to do during this time because not only are your kids home with you all the time, but also all extracurricular activities are canceled. So we go from being really busy to there is no baseball, there is no piano practice, there is no any of that. And if you're like me, then you can find yourself being really annoyed or frustrated or easily impatient with kids that are whining or complaining or saying they are bored um, or fighting, all of those types of fun things that we now get to adventure together. I just wanted to encourage you. You guys are doing a great job with your kids, and I would encourage you during this time to try as best as you can to refocus and put maybe some structure into your day with your kids. Even if you're going to work, maybe try to give them some goals of some things they do while you're gone. Maybe have an hour of time in the afternoon where you say, everybody's going to read. And I understand that you might be frustrated with that, but we're just going to do that. Try to help them engage positively through technology. I would really encourage you to not let them take their phones into their room, to turn them in at night. The things that we would normally encourage. I think that during this time, they're going to be wanting to be on media more than normal because that's the way to connect to their friends. But with that can come a lot of bad things too. And so I would just encourage you to figure out creative ways for them to connect to their friends, maybe through FaceTime and things like that. We are going to be hosting a Zoom with all the junior high students tomorrow at 7. And moving forward, we're trying to figure out some fun ways for small group leaders and small groups to connect in that avenue as well. We also have a group me that we started, and we're working on getting up a YouTube page. So these are all just some fun ways for your students to interact and to continue to interact with us at Sunnybrook. And then I really do want to encourage you as the parent. I found myself, it was last week, so I hadn't even been in this for a week, and I was really impatient. I have 2 kids that I'm fostering right now that are 2 and 6, and or 7 now, and I found myself getting really frustrated and jumping to like my trump card punishment. I kept jumping to that for like everything they were doing, and that was wrong. Lots of whining and complaining and throwing fits. And I just felt really convicted because I did not have time with the Lord that day, and I didn't make that a priority, and I just wasn't focused and was just kind of dreading my day. And I came across this quote. Bam, you can't read it because it's backwards for you, but the quote says, you always have time for the things you put first. And I was thinking about that a lot, and I just thought during this time for me, it is really important for me to have a moment in the morning, first thing, where I can kind of center myself around Jesus and his word. I ask him for an extra measure of patience and creativity in leading these kids that he's entrusted me with. And I really think this could be an awesome time for you as the parents to take up the mantle of the primary disciplers of your kids and try to think of some creative and fun things to do with them in the area of discipleship. Maybe you guys have a family challenge to try to memorize the books of the Bible in order. Maybe you guys read through the book of James. Maybe you really challenge them to connect and care for the people in their small group. Even as a 6th grader, a 7th grader, an 8th grader, they can use your phone, or they can get on their own phone, but reach out to the people in their group and ask them how they can be praying for them, or find some things in their house that they don't use anymore and go drop them off at somebody else's house on their porch and ring the doorbell and get in the car and drive away. Things like that. So we're going to come on and continue to try to think of ways to engage with our students and serve. But I wanted to encourage you as the parent also. So don't give up. Know that you're not alone. And even though we're all in different homes, we're kind of going through the same thing. So we love you guys so much, and we'll talk to you soon.